All right, so quickly, what is good, guys? Welcome to my screen. So I don't want to waste your time. What I'm going to be doing in this video is my daily hard look, right? I'm going to be doing this like every day now, and I want to be consistent with it, right? Now, if you check beneath here, you can see my time. It is 7:31. That's morning, Tuesday, right? Now, this is the pair I'm currently looking at, GBP card. So this is the pair I'm seeing on an opportunity on, or rather, the opportunity is already playing out, right? So I was already looking at this pair since last week. So I was supposed to take a trade around this point. This is the daily time frame, by the way. So each candlestick open and close around, that's at the open and close each day at the start and at the end of each day. Now, quickly, if you check the overall trend of this market, it is an uptrend. Can you see? It's an uptrend, and then what we have here is a break of this resistance here, and then push to the upside, and you can see a bounce at this like there's now a support, kind of a support at this level. There's an inner trend, so there's an outer, that's the wider trend and the inner trend. So in the inner trend, and this is where we have this stuff here. So what I trade is pure price action. I do not use any form of indicator or anything, right? The indicator I use are all these Fibonacci retracement and all that, right? Now, so if you go to your weekly time frame quickly, so for those of you that are trading GBP card, this is my purely my opinion, right? You can as well also put yours in the comment section, and the pair you would love me to do as well. So these I've done analysis on other pair, but this is one I'm seeing an opportunity on, rather. Do you understand? So now this market, what it is most likely going to do, right? It is buy to the upside. Do you understand? Buy to the upside. Continue going up to somewhere this point, yeah. So I'm going to be posting this video every single day, probably on my Telegram or on my YouTube. So for those of you that are seeing this, probably you guys will be seeing this on Telegram or on my YouTube channel. So let me just delete this. So I will send a link to my Telegram channel so you guys will be able to access it. Or I'll be posting it on YouTube, right? So I'm just starting this stuff today, which is Tuesday. So now let me go to the daily again. So now you can see that I am drawing a trend, a downtrend. There are two trends here. There's an uptrend and there's a downtrend. You can see like a first touch, then the market move, tried to break this level, was unable, then came back to this particular level. Now, if you can see, market manipulation happened around somewhere this level because there were already buyers at this point here. This candlestick already triggered buyers in. I already knew that, the kind of strategy I use is that if I see something like this, if I see the market do something like this, let me use my bar play for this. If I see the market do something like this, right, to the upside, let's say the market buy, right, it showed the first candlestick. Then this first candlestick it showed would not let me buy. Do you understand? I would want to see either a push to the upside again or maybe probably take out some surplus, right? So most times it is go up and then go down a little bit. But what this one did was like literally to go down, right? What you see here is down. Now, if this market was going to sell, because like this now, this is already called a proceeding note, right? So most likely this market was going to sell to this particular point here. But what it did next was a push up, right? Because this already an indecision phase. Now a push up. Now what I want to see next at this point is either a push to the upside or a push to the downside. If I say a push to the downside, meaning that what this market is doing is something like this. The market is doing went down, push up, went down, push up. So what it does determine that if it go down again, you'll be like, okay, yes, this market is going to continue going down. But what the market did instead was to do something like indecision, candlestick, something like this. So let me stop at that point, show you the candlestick it did. Each candlestick is a daily, you see the candle now. So it didn't go up, it didn't go down, or rather the body close was like more, is it dragonfly? What do you guys call this? So the thing went up, then closed like this. But sellers were still like in the market, sellers pushed it down to this point here. So something like this. And then what we saw on Monday, because this was on Friday, what we saw on Monday was a push to the upside. Right? So let's see on Monday candlestick. Okay, now this is now on Monday candlestick, right? This is on Monday candlestick, and this is on Monday candlestick. Let's say the push to the upside is on Monday candlestick. So I could have entered this trade, right? The push to the upside is on Monday candlestick. Now, what I'm waiting for is a push to the downside and then enter my trade and a push to the upside, right? That's what I'm waiting for. So what I do is that I'll scale to a lower time frame, like the 4 hours time frame, right? Because I already see the chart pattern, the double bottom chart pattern created here. See, this was what it did, went up like this. So people were already buying, and then boom, this stuff happened. Me already my stuff, I drew my something like this. I said, okay, the market is going to come to this level. If it does not take at this level, if it starts going up, I'll be looking forward for buy. exactly what he did, right? Now, not just that, you can see like this counter trend. Like I'm calling this a counter trend now, a break of the counter trend, right? And if you check very well, the market then started continue going to the upside. So I'm kind of even showing you guys the way I enter my trade. So what I'll just do next simply is let the market either come to this level and then around this level, around this point. So let me put my long position. So I want to see a push. You see, better still, what I want to see is that I want to see this market fail to break this level because it's finding it difficult. I've been watching this trade since yesterday. That's starting of this week on Monday, right? I send it to my Telegram community as well. I'm also watching it. What I want to see is something like this because you can already see a push to the upside. You can already see what's it called, kind of a touch. If you are to turn this to a line chart, so you can already see first touch, push to the upside, second touch. That's in terms of candlestick. So if you are to draw it like this, in terms of say you are looking at the trend, right? Move down, move. What are you supposed to see next? Down a bit. So my hope is just my prayer is let this market just do like this. But if it does not do like that, it's fine, right? If you do sorry, English. If market come down to this point or more around this point, I'll be entering my trade, then to the upper side, right? More than to this point, oh, you get now because me, I'm putting a what's it called here. So my target will be somewhere at this point. I'll be hoping it breaks this level. But if it does not break this level, my safeguard line is this trend line to the upside. So I'll update you guys tomorrow. If the markets later go up or if it continues coming down. If it goes up, right? If it goes up, I'll be expecting the market to still fall down to around this boss to retest this boss. Then I'll enter at this point. But my stop loss must be below this trend line. So let me show you something, right? Sorry guys, I just noticed that my picture was blocking the stuff. So I'm really sorry. This won't happen again. I'm very sorry. I just forgot that I didn't take that back. Okay, so quickly, let's say I enter a long position. That's if it comes down. Enter a long position somewhere here. And then to give me a good place to put my stop loss. My stop loss will now be beneath this. Instead of beneath this point here, my stop loss will be beneath this level. Normally, my stop loss is supposed to be around this level here, where this low is. But my stop loss will have to be somewhere this point instead of 120 to be like um around 140 pips. Do you understand? 140 pips. Then you are looking forward to this level at first, and then this point here. So I think my stop loss is somewhere here. Like close to 1:3 thereabout. But let's just see what the market does, Sha. I'll update you guys tomorrow. Let's see what the market does. Let's see if the market fall down to this point. Let's pray if the market fall down to this point, it will be it will be a good trade, right? But if the market comes to this point here, most likely it's going to if it comes to this point here to start falling down again to this. That's something like this. Let's see the market do something like this. So you can drop the candle, the pair you want me to do analysis on. So something like this, market will want to come somewhere here and then fall down to this point. So if it falls down to this point here, right? Let's say I'm to enter the market at this point. So my stop loss have to be below this trend, this my small trend, and let me turn it to red. Or let me turn it to green. Yeah. So below this my green, green, there's already green there. Let me turn it to a different color. So below let me turn it to red, yes. Below that, my red trend line. So let's say I enter at this point here. But if I enter at this point and the market want to start going up, it might start going up from here, or it might still come down to this particular point to retest and then continue going up. So my stop loss, that's long position, somewhere here. And then my stop loss is good at this point here. So let it be below this 64 plus 60 pip plus 20, 70, 90 pips. Somewhere here below this point, like 100 pips stop loss. 100 pips stop loss and take profit to be like 1:3. This is like a good trade, right? So I'll update you guys whatever the market does. If it later continue going up to get to this particular point. So let me delete this first. So this is the 4 hours candlestick. So let me turn this to candlestick again. So I'll update you guys tomorrow what the market later did. Yeah. So what I'm expecting if I'm to go to the 2 hours time frame, you can see that the market is ranging at this point here. At this point. So my prayer is that this range now should just come down to somewhere here. I know people that entered around somewhere this point. They are praying that the market should just continue going up. My one is that just come down somewhere here, so I can have another entry, have my entry, because my entry would have been somewhere this, sorry, somewhere this point here, then to this point, and then anything the market does from there is really none of my business. So my prayer is market come down somewhere here, enter the market, and then push to the upside. Then probably if you want to have any problem will be around somewhere here. But the market, if it does not come down somewhere here, to start going up to this point here, and then start falling down to around this point. So let's see, guys. I'll update you guys in the I'll update you guys in this video in the next video. Bye for now.